His eyes are on the scammer. So I know he watches me, but I don't expect him to save me, so I'm vigilant. An IncomeLuxe.com lesson. Scammers are not original. In fact, they're all the same. They're just operating by an unexpected playbook, so you don't know how to run defense. But when you know how to read the play, you know what they'll say, you know how they act, and now you can spot them literally any and everywhere. The tactics they use are normal and regular. You'll see them over and over, and when you do, expect to be played. Even if they're selling a legit offer, you want them to sell to you on value merit, not pressure and emotion. Beware of all the following tactics.
I know everyone you know, just ask Tommy.
Con men take social connection and name dropping to the extreme. When a con man gets started in a community, either a physical or digital community, he will tap every connection he can. They will join all the groups, all the clubs, all the social organizations. Think Bernie Madoff. He was a member of everything, and he was not afraid to drop names. This gives them social proof. They can always just say your doctor is a member and refer you to him to confirm they've made an investment. The same is true for online groups, only then, you're not even sure if the person they're referring you to is real, because they could always just switch profiles to answer your direct message. Then they'll hit you with the fear of missing out. Everyone is doing it. Tommy is doing it. Megan is doing it. Christina and Chris are doing it. You're going to miss out on fantastic returns. Don't wait for proof of regulation or registration, just get in now. The fix: don't invest with people just because they're in the same organizations or popular. Judge investments solely on their merits, regulations, and ensure they have regulatory licenses.
Hi old friend, how have you been?
Remember how we said they'll know you, or they'll get to know you? This is why. They'll ask you about anything so they can pretend to be comfortable. Good con men will even learn about the organizations, groups, sports teams, and socials so they can pretend to be close to you. This is all aimed at disarming you. The fix: don't tell random people details about you for no reason. Don't invest with people just because they know things about you. Analyze every investment solely on its merits.
You've just got to buy.
They'll never relent on trying to get you into an investment. You will be asked over and over again to make an investment. They will call, email, stop you on the street, and try to get you invested. Scammers know that the 10th ask is the time you might say yes. The fix: take note. Real people selling real high-quality investments do not need to do this. Nor do you need to be sold into an investment. The persistent application of high-pressure sales tactics to get you into an investment is the hallmark activity of a scam. Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan don't have to harass you. If you feel harassed, run for the hills.
You'll make 50% a week. Or 2% every day.
Honestly, this is the primary driver behind 99% of scams. They promise you something that annualizes out to some massively unrealistic number. Promising 2% returns a day is how day traders sell courses, and scammers sell investments. But hear this. Do you know the compounded return on 2% a day? $1,000 turns into over $135,000 after 250 trading days. If it were a 24/7 tradable investment, it would be over $1 million. If that return were easily possible day trading, do you think anyone would invest normally? No, they wouldn't. The same concept goes for 50% annual returns and $10,000 in passive monthly income off an upfront investment of only $1,000. The fix: use your goddamn brain. The average annualized S&P 500 return is 12% a year. Your $1,000 would be $1,120. If someone is promising you $50,000 off a $1,000 investment, every banker and hedge fund in the world would have done it years before the offer reached your doorstep. The fake future promises of wealth, especially when combined with borrowed status, is deadly. Now let's talk borrowed status.
Why yes. This is totally my Bentley.
Fake promises of wealth are significantly easier to believe when the person promising you those riches has the high life. So, they rent it, usually with money they got from scamming other people. This then gives the perception that they've figured out life, and so can you. Beware of people selling investments using status as the driving reason you should partake in contributing to the scam. The fix: are you registered with the investment regulatory authorities? Please provide your licensing. Also, include the regulatory information. Also, show us the title and registration numbers on that Bentley. Or just give us the VIN and we'll look it up ourselves. An IncomeLuxe.com lesson.
We gave you free food, now give us your savings.
This is simply scammers taking advantage of your good nature. They give you something, and you don't want to feel like a moocher, so you return the favor by doing whatever they ask you to do. This is a legitimate marketing technique, but scammers will do something small, like feed you, pay for coffee, give you free advice, whatever. But on the flip side, they will request you invest $500, $5,000, or $50,000 in their schemes. Sometimes they'll do large pay-ins to get you to pay in larger and larger into the scam. But the ratio of fairness is never even. The fix: free food is free food. At most it's $100. Above that, you'd better prove returns, cash flows, regulatory acceptance, audited returns, and governmental oversight.
Everyone wants in. It's gone.
The next tactic they'll use to put added pressure is limited time only. Only 5 slots left. Only 10 people at this price. One person dropped out. Join today. We'll cut your fee structure if you invest by end of day. These are all the same argument. The clock is against you, so get in now. You don't have time to research this investment. If we sent you regulatory documentation, you wouldn't even get it on time. Just ask Dr. Bradley. He invested. Quick phone call. We'll call back in an hour. See where this is going? The fix: well, just go on without me. Have fun. Never get into an investment under a rush or pressure. Only get into the investment because it's high quality, fully researched, and regulated above board. If you feel like you're being rushed, just skip the whole thing. Don't let fear of missing out screw you over. Just like jobs, clubs, and sexual partners, there's always another investment.
Everyone is in. Just ask Pastor Saul.
We've already touched on this, but we'll revisit it. Scammers know that word of mouth is a thing, which is directly why they try to get involved in all sorts of organizations, groups, and clubs. A major element of sales is social proof, social evidence, social consensus, whatever you want to call it. By meeting everyone, they can always refer you to others to say they invested, which directly influences you positively towards investment. They'll often use this to get around proving they're registered and regulated by federal authorities or financial regulators. The fix: who cares who invested? Are you regulated with FINRA, the SEC, the FCA? Who audits your report, and what proof of returns do you have? Please feel free to send all verification information to insert email here. Problem solved.
We are registered everywhere. Yeah.
This is the most important part of preventing scams and fraudulent activity. Credibility and credentials can be faked. What can't be faked? Registry with the SEC, FINRA, the FCA, ASIC, or the CSA. If they're registered and regulated, it doesn't guarantee they're not fraudulent or a scam, but it does weed out the majority of scammers who have no financial or investment history. And they will dodge this question hard. All the time. They will say anything to just get around this question. The fix: are you registered with the SEC, FINRA, FCA, ASIC, CSA? What about your investment? Is that registered with the regulator? Are you authorized to be selling this investment? No, so lose my damn number. An IncomeLuxe.com lesson summary. Scammers use the same bag of tricks. Be sure you know these tricks. Trying to justify investing with connections. Acting overly familiar to build trust. Pressuring you to take action now. Promising impossibly high returns. Promising wealth and positioning as wealthy. Giving low-cost freebies. Asking for large sums. Dodging questions about regulatory requirements. Run from people who show these red flags. About IncomeLuxe.com. Thanks for using this free lesson on investment scams and avoiding fraud. This lesson is provided free of charge by IncomeLuxe.com. IncomeLuxe is a financial social club for those who want more. We introduce you to over 140 online income streams. Then investment, finance, economic, and income stream lessons are simplified and handed out to the social club and website members. Members get paid commissions for anyone they refer who buys a monthly, quarterly, or annual subscription. To learn more, join us at IncomeLuxe.com or Skool.com/IncomeLuxe.